MATC team has been very proactive with focus, respecting to finding new energy conservation measures and using the program for incentives to pay for these projects. So I thought I'd briefly go over some of the wide scope, the wide variety of energy efficiency measures that the college has undergone in the past 3 years with my experiences. So that would be indoor and outdoor LED lighting. So that's hallways, classrooms, gyms, parking lot surfaces, and there's still a lot of upgrade potential left, for sure. So building envelope across 2 campuses. I believe it's Oak Creek and Mequon, where I think they've seen significant thermal conservation accomplishments. And just a wide variety of heating, venting, and air conditioning measures. Just to name a few, condensing boilers, so energy efficient condensing boilers, variable frequency drives, and the conversion from constant volume to variable air volume, which is a huge savings. Compressed air optimization. This is my only customer in this sector that's ever done that sort of program, and that has been in their garages, their auto mechanic garages. Campus-wide building retrocommissioning, and that has been, I think, every campus, right? Mm-hmm. Every building almost. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on. That's our future presentation here today. And on their own, they implemented an initiative for geothermal energy for the Mequon campus. So, all these things together speak loudly for their commitment to sustainability, and so I want to thank them for that, and I hope that we can continue to work on future projects. And I know that you have a very, very aggressive and impressive energy conservation goal, energy savings goal for 2030, so I guess let's keep it up. So thank you. Jim?
Good afternoon. My name is Jim Ward. I'm the Principal Account Manager with Lee Energies. I'm the MATC Account Manager, and I work with Jenny. Congratulations on the award, and we certainly value you as a partner. And I value you as someone that I've worked with and your team for the last couple of years. Take my Lee Energies hat off just for a moment. And thank you to everyone here as a parent of a graduate of MATC. My daughter was very successful here, and I appreciate everything that MATC does in the community. And it's great to see the efforts that you're making to continue to sustain and also to be a relevant education facility within the community. And I'm going to pass it over to Chairperson Bach. It's up to you.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Becky Bach. I was appointed by Governor Tony Evers on January 7th of this year to be the new chairperson of the Public Service Commission. And so what that means is I get the fine job of regulating over 1,000 of the state's utilities. It's electric, gas, water, and a little bit of telecom. And my background is I practiced energy law at Lee Energies for about 15 years before I went into private practice. So as I've been going around the state talking to a lot of people, meeting a lot of people, what I tell them is I love seeing energy efficiency and conservation efforts being done through a different lens. And this position has afforded me that different lens. For me, what is most impressive about this award is that it underscores the collaboration between the utility, focus on energy, and the customer, in this case MATC. And this is the type of excellent energy efficiency savings that we want to continue to see in the state. Governor Evers has proposed as part of his budget to get to zero carbon by the year 2050. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of ingenuity, a lot of innovation. But I have no doubt that we will get there because in Wisconsin, we tend to lead the way. When we lead the way, the rest of the country follows. And in order to get to zero carbon, it's not going to be just about building solar farms and wind farms. It's about energy efficiency. That's the cornerstone. So your aggressive goal of the 50, I believe it's 50% load reduction by 2030, did I get that right? Yeah. Okay. Is exactly what it's going to take to get us there. So
this is the fun part of my job. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for continuing to partner with Focus and with your utility, We Energies. MATC, you deserve this and so much more, and I know that you will hit your goal. And now, Janice, if you'd like to come and receive the award. Thank you.
It's a team effort.
And I do love that it's 3 women.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very nice, very nice. There you go. Perfect, thank you.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for being here. It's a great honor. I found out a bit ago that we were getting this and didn't know we were even nominated, so it's really an honor to not even know you're doing all the good work that we know we're doing all the good work we're doing and to be recognized for that. So thank you very much, Chairwoman Wall. We appreciate what's happening at the PSC. We have the tariff approved and we're working closely with We Energies on another exciting project along with a number of other public entities in our region to really look at another dedicated energy renewable program. So that's great news. I have a number of people in the room here though who I would like to thank, who are our staff and our leadership in facilities. And so we have a number of our tradespeople here. Some of our construction services people here, our maintenance people here. We have leadership in Ginny and James Weisham, who's our Senior Director of Facilities, our Oak Creek Facilities Manager, who's here, as well as another gentleman who does a lot of our energy management from a computer, which is always fascinating. So really thank everybody for being here. It really has been a great effort. Ted Walensky, who is our faculty member, who's been ever a champion of our sustainability efforts here at the college. So we really appreciate everybody's support and help on these projects. It's made a huge difference for the college. As you know, we have lots of facilities. As you can tell by walking through our facilities, many very old facilities. And so the infrastructure in these facilities are very difficult. But we have a lot of great talent in the room and a lot of great talent out in our buildings that are really helping us manage that along. As we mentioned, we signed in 2008 the College President's Climate Commitment, which really is a heady goal of reaching carbon neutrality by 2030. So we're going to up the state by 20 years. So that is a great thing for us, and we've been working very, very hard on that through the years. In addition to, we typically spend a lot of money in this area, but this year we've even gotten another $650,000 allocated to sustainability efforts through proceeds that we've gotten through our FCC funds that we were able to build a trust on. We get investment proceeds every year, so the college, particularly our president and our district board, are extremely supportive of these efforts, and so additional monies have been allocated this year to do even more for sustainability. So some of the things on the horizon is we are putting a geothermal installation out at our Mequon campus, which will replace our oversized and aged systems there, and will really be utilized also as a training ground for our students in those operations. As well as we're looking at putting a green roof on our T building just down the street, where we have a lot of new construction going on for our automotive center. We're going to continue to work on all of that LED lighting. We have millions of square footage of LED lighting that needs to be replaced, and we'll continue to work on all those projects. So I would like to introduce at this time Ginny Routhe, who is our Director of Facilities Planning, Construction, and Sustainability. She just recently got a promotion, so congratulations, Ginny. She's going to just explain some of the work we did. I know we've already heard a little bit about that, so maybe we can just compliment that a little bit. Again, thank you all. Thank you, Focus on Energy, for nominating us and all the work that we do collaboratively together, and our partners who are here as well. So thank you.
Yeah, I just want to add a little more detail and use this as an opportunity to really recognize our team. That's why we invited a lot of our team in here, and that's why you'll hear radios go off, because it's a working day for our team and they're in the middle of some projects and things. So thanks guys for coming and having lunch. But I want to get into some details that I think it's important for you guys to hear too. You're kind of wondering like why we're all here, but you all are the reason that we have seen the success in these efficiency projects. So we are starting to reap the benefits of the hard work that you all have done. And some of those benefits are, we have achieved about 25% of our buildings have been converted to LEDs so far. More is underway. We've got more projects this summer, more in the next coming years. We have retro-commissioned all of our buildings, and Farhan and Tim from Edison Energy have been a big part of that. We have about 3 million square feet at MATC, and they have gone through about 2.8 million of those square feet, I believe. Yeah, so they didn't do every single building, but a lot of them. So what they did was worked directly with a lot of the guys in this room and girls, and talked about how the buildings were being operated, walked through mechanical rooms, tried to find that real low cost, no cost measures for us in terms of how we can fine tune our buildings. So they alone, if I can find my numbers here, they developed detailed reports and identified more than $160,000 in annual savings through these low cost, no cost measures. And our team has brainstormed with them. They've listened to the suggestions this team has had. They've talked about what a great idea it is, or why it wouldn't work in these contexts, that sort of thing. So there's been a lot of give and take, and the team has been really integral to that. In the past year, in 2018, just so you all know, MATC invested about $2 million in infrastructure upgrades that directly impacted efficiency projects. And we received from Focus more than $200,000 in rebate incentives for those projects. And we're anticipating about $215,000 of operational savings. So we're averaging about an 8-year payback on those projects. But that's a lot of real money. So, and a lot of you have had a big hand in that. We have done LED lighting replacements. We talked about this earlier. We have facility managers in the room, so we have facility managers who have been proactive. It can't just be me giving these suggestions and doing this work. I cannot do this alone. So we've got great facility managers like Mike Borges at Oak Creek who go through their campus and they'll say, wait a minute, Jimmy, did you know we still have T12s in this lab? You know, I'm going to get a proposal and we're going to get those T12s out of there. So, or we do a lot of good job at taking opportunity in our buildings when we have an emergency arise. So at Oak Creek, again, we had a roadway light fall down. So that was the opportunity that we looked at that and said, well, rather than just re-erecting one LED light in place of the one that fell down, let's turn this into a project and do a whole bank of roadway lighting into LEDs. So we've done a lot of good thinking as a team and finding opportunities. Yeah, so our building operators, so we've got Jeffrey Lang in here who's in building services. Did Mike Wormsbacher make it? Yes, Mike is in the room too. And equipment repair. Our building operators, and John Osborne, who sits at the Medisys control station and looks at our buildings from, yes, a computer. It sounds strange, but they're monitoring occupancy schedules. They're looking at opening and closing of outdoor air dampers, looking at ways we can economize and use free cooling. They're noting fans and motors and compressors that are constant volume that we can move to variable speed. They're constantly looking for savings opportunities. So we have our trades guys who work on fixing leaks. We've got Eric, who has found us hundreds of thousands of dollars in steam leak valve replacements through his work in doing steam trap surveys in the buildings. Ray has replaced outdoor air dampers, and Matt has replaced actuators, and he's helped install a number of digital controls where we had pneumatics. It has really been a team effort, and all of these guys in this room have had a good eye at trying to find more savings for the college. So I hope you see the excitement in receiving the Focus incentives back, the dollars for the college, and receiving back those annual savings that can go to the operating fund. We really do recognize that MATC benefits from these energy efficiency measures. As Janice mentioned, our board, our president are very much on board with these efficiency measures. We recognize that it makes our students more comfortable in the spaces they have, and it allows us to use the dollars and savings in better ways to serve our students and be better stewards of the tax dollars that we use at MATC. So thank you all for being a part of it.